The new Q3 is definitely interesting when it comes to its style. I'll include a link to the Audi here in Salt Lake's website in the description down below. They're providing us with this Q3. If you have any questions, need any help, just ask for Jason. Let's get right into it. Today's giveaway highlight is a 1970 Mustang Boss 302. So use code BHC or click the link in the description down below to receive 4x bonus entries on any donation $25 or more. Powering this is a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder that goes through a 7-speed dual clutch automatic. Fuel economy is 22 around town, 29 on the highway, with power outputs being 255 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque. If you're looking for more honest, straight to the point reviews like this, make sure you subscribe. Audi is finally breaking out of the mold and doing crazy colors on their cars. Look at this blue. Also, what's crazy, the split light design. Now this is pretty cool with what they're doing with the DRLs, but yeah, you've got the actual headlight clutch and everything down below. We've got this blacked out grille. And to be honest, the first time I saw this in person, I kind of thought Hyundai Kona. That is one downside about doing split light. A lot of other automakers do it too. 255 by 40 by 20 for the tire and wheel setup. You've got nice silver on the exterior part of the wheel. You got the silver brake caliper. And you'll notice the mirrors are blacked out, all the window trim's blacked out. Now, although the headlights and taillights in this are a little bit funky looking, the side profile is pretty much normal Audi. When it comes to key fob features, we have our lock and unlock, the opening for the hatch, the Audi logo, and kind of a nice fob. The seats do fold down flat, which is nice, and you'll note that we've got a decent sized cargo area. We also have a cargo cover built in from the factory. Let's lift up the load floor here. Spare tire. So that's another nice little feature. And let's now take a look at the taillights here. So again, this is just, it's different. It's definitely different with the teardrop effect. It looks like this one has the fancy illuminated Audi badges. But anyways, that'll cap things off for the exterior on this new Q3. Let's take a look at the interior. Regular glass in the back. It's kind of interesting with the trim, and then got this cloth down below, soft touch here. The seats got nice stitching down the center, not perforated though. Good legroom here in the back. Got a little storage net, USB ports, vents. Got our own climate zone in the back as well. And I do like how you can move down each individual part of the seat, so we can do that one, the middle one, and then the side too. Let's now take a look up front. Blind spot monitoring, got thicker glass up front. This is really nice. Again, you got the cloth trim down below, more soft touch. All of our window controls here, mirror adjustments, mirrors do power fold in. Memory seat buttons are down below. And then here's the front seat. Got all the stitching down the center, power adjustments with lumbar support. Let's now take a look at the steering wheel. You've got soft touch all around, practical controls on the front face like your heated steering wheel function. You've got other practical controls like screen, for example, to adjust that, and then a bunch of regular stocks. Now this does have a column shifter. It's kind of an interesting unit where you just move it up and down and then push in for park. Digital cluster here in the center, and again, you can change the information displayed depending on what you're looking for. And then this also has a heads-up display. 360 camera system with this, and we actually go from drive, or from reverse to drive rather. Flips the camera from rear to front, which is nice. And then as for the infotainment system, it's Audi's newest unit. It's quick to respond. It's a giant screen. It has everything in it, the climate controls, heated seats, all that jazz. Got this like wood-like trim. I don't think it's real wood, but some physical buttons. So for like the auto stop start, your drive mode select. Got this little storage area here with phone charging pad, which is nice. Volume control here, engine stop start. Got some cup holders. Center console. I think that trim's pretty nice. And then we do have a big sunroof up top. So Audi Q3 S-Line, total MSRP on this one is $52,855. Let's take this out and see how it performs. Let's set off in the new Hyundai Q3. I had to make the joke. Audi Q3. Seriously, like it's interesting to me because the new Q5 doesn't have a split light design. So my guess is the Q3 is kind of targeted towards the younger demographic. I don't know what young demographic is going to be able to afford a $50,000 car, but anyways, younger demographic. And so they're probably trying to be hip and cool. They're like, oh, split light, that's the new thing. And Audi, I hate to break the news to you. As someone who is part of the younger demographic for the time being, I am getting old though, this doesn't appeal. Anyone that is my age or younger, so I'm 28, we all like old cars. We like old car designs. And I'm not talking about crazy retro. But like, I like the stuff from the 2010s, early 2000s, even the 90s. So it doesn't have to be like ancient design, but yeah, the modern stuff, I don't really like that. And feature-wise and everything, same thing. I'm not really too keen on a lot of the modern tech. And when I talk to people, the people that like all of this, they all seem to be like at least 30 and usually 35 plus. Whenever I talk to people that are under the age of 30, this is just nonsense. It's too much. It's unnecessary. Ride's good though. We'll say that. The engine's smooth, so that's another plus. Yeah, it's very smooth. That turn signal is so weird. I'm going to have to... It's like a weird thing that you kind of click in. I don't know how to explain it. Like you just have to experience it. Ooh, that's a pretty cool color on the Supra. I would say the power delivery is good. And it's not going to be a rocket ship, but it's got enough torque. This isn't a big vehicle, so like this having a 2-liter 4-cylinder doesn't bother me at all. Doesn't bother me one bit. Now, if it was a Q5, you know, I kind of want a little bit more power on that. Yeah, the Q3, this is great power. I like how the car drives. I think that Audi, and everyone's fallen prey to this. I think they're just all falling prey to the gimmick epidemic. I don't know what else to call it, but everyone's just basically throwing stuff into cars that is completely unnecessary. Again, like the turn signal. Why? They literally reinvented the turn signal. They literally reinvented the turn signal. It's just, it doesn't, I don't think it needed to be done. And this one at least doesn't have the dash turn signal. Like in some of the new Audis, the whole dash will do like a green line when you have a turn signal. It's like, oh, well that's why a Q3 costs over, oh, this doesn't have that, but it's like these little gimmicks. It's like, oh, that's why this costs over 50 grand. That stuff costs money. I think it makes the car different, but not necessarily nicer. So it's just kind of like it's like a give and a take type deal. Sorry. I just always take a little bit extra time with turns in downtown Salt Lake because there's just so much happening. I do like the power though. Like this 2-liter feels really good in this car. So, Exhibit A, that's what I'm talking about. Not the worst thing to happen, but like, you always have to be aware of what's going on downtown. So that's the new Q3. Let me know your thoughts.